So before I was a clinical scientist, I was recognised as a cardiac physiologist. In order to go into that industry, I was required to complete a Bachelor in Science, and then I also did a postgraduate diploma in cardiac ultrasound. In 2008 I moved to the UK and I worked at a couple of different centres in and outside of London, but I settled on St Thomas's about 6 years ago. Since then I've really focused on advancing my clinical skills. The development of this program is a very exciting opportunity. It's something that as clinical scientists we haven't had previously. It allows us to engage in a program that offers us different skills to what we've learned before compared to our clinical experience. I think that the program very much offers a unique opportunity for us to further our careers and really extend the role of the clinical scientist. So I think the key is you need to be someone who's quite ambitious, quite driven and quite determined. It is a new opportunity and it's something different, and so you really need to want to learn and develop. I think you need to have good time management skills. It is a lot to take on. You have a leadership and management component, you have a clinical academic component, and then you also have the work-based training. So having skills in time management is key. So I think that I would like to achieve change and recognition for my profession. I think as clinical scientists we're a little under-recognised, and so it'd be nice to really get our profession on the map. So it can be tricky. I am currently the lead for 2 clinical areas, and I've certainly had to reevaluate my style of leadership. I used to very much be a hands-on leader, and that served me well at the time, but I think now that I am very much stretched, I've been able to take time to really engage with my team and ensure that we have a shared vision and we can work together on projects. So I think through determination and drive, ultimately you need to continue to meet the criteria of the modules, but I think success is also very much defined by how much you can contribute back into the organisation. So for me, success will be about challenging the status quo and considering different ways of how we can implement innovation. Completion of the Doctorate in Clinical Scientist will facilitate registration as a higher specialist scientist, and that means that I'll be eligible for consultant clinical scientist positions. But I think it also in some ways will open some doors. The program so far has given me an insight into how I could further progress my role, and I'm quite interested in looking into those health policy and more organisational based positions in the future. That depends on how far ahead we're looking. So I'm planning on finishing the doctorate in clinical science by 2020. I'm really enjoying research and clinical skills at the moment, so ultimately I'd like to look for a consultant clinical scientist position that encompasses those roles. In the future I might look into lecturing and health policy.